on guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Mystery Friday. If you're new here, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notification bell so that you get notified every time we post a new video. It's Pennywise, the clown from the It horror movie story. His real name was Gacy and he was born in Chicago 1942, and as he was growing up, he did not have a smooth childhood life. By the way, he was being abused by his alcoholic father, so that was his life. I can't say that he grew up to be a bad person, such a bad person at first, because he was a real good businessman. At first, he used to manage 3 KFC restaurants, so you know that's a big deal. And after that, he went on to opening up his own construction farm. So that is what Gacy was doing before all these murders came along, or before he became the killer clown. So his first wife, he was married to his first wife. She was called I can't remember the name, but his first marriage collapsed or ended because of after some time in their marriage, they also had kids. So Gacy was charged for raping or abusing a 16-year-old boy. So after he was convicted for this, his wife divorced him. Like she can't stay with such a man, so she left him. So Gacy was in prison and he was later released in 1970. Yeah, he was released on parole in 1970. So after being released in 1970, he met another woman in 1972. She was called Carol, and they got married too. And then after being married for some time, that is when Gacy started his killer clown thing. Okay, so he used to lure kids to his home, like telling them that come and help me do some tricks, or come and help me with some science experiment. And because he was a clown and he was good with kids, so it was easier for him to lure them to his house. So that is how he got the kids to come into his home, and they usually came into his garage, not into his main house. So when they were in the garage, he would trick them into wearing handcuffs. So he will tell these boys that wearing the handcuffs was part of a clown trick. So the innocent boys, without knowing and trusting this clown guy, because they didn't know that he was a murderer inside, they would wear the handcuffs and make themselves immobile, like they can't move or do anything. So when they were like that, Gacy will come and torture them. After torturing them, he would rape the young boys. After that, he will kill them, and he will kill them with the last rope act. That is what he was telling them, the last rope act, which meant that he was going to strangle these boys to death. So that is what he was doing. And after some time, his wife, now Carol, the second wife, realized that he had a homosexual pornography in the house, and she used to see him bringing these young boys into his garage. So she became very suspicious of Gacy, and that is when she divorced him. Now he was left alone in this house, and now he was free to do anything that he wanted to do with it. And that is when Gacy now became like, that is when the murders, he was doing the murders like more frequently. Like hiyo ndo time yenye alianza kujulikana, like something was going on around there. Now between 19 so Carol divorced him in 1976. So between 1976 to 1978, hapo ndo aliua wasi wengi sana. And that is also when he started to go to these charity events. He would go and play as a clown in these events, entertain children. He would also go to hospitals with children with cancer and entertain them, and that is where he used to get his targets and kids to lure into his house. But they also met the first lady at that time, so meaning alikuwa msee anajulikana sana because he's a clown, anasaidia watu, like he was a good guy, but no one knew that underneath that clown was someone very bad, a very murderous person that they didn't know. So Gacy went on with the clown thing. By the way alikuwa anaitwa Pogo the clown, akienda entertain the kids. So he went on with the clown thing and luring young boys into his home. And now because alikuwa na the whole property to himself, now he used to lure the boys into his home, anawadanganya wanavaa the handcuffs, and then after that he will torture them, sexually assault them, and then strangle them with the last rope trick. And after killing them, he will bury them in his compound, ama pia anawatupa kwa a river yenye ilikuwa almost around where they lived. So that is what he was doing, and no one knew where these boys were going or had any idea that maybe it's Pogo the clown who was behind all this. But one day he was in a pharmacy and he was trying to get this boy to come and work for him, and the owner of that pharmacy had him telling that young boy, I guess he was like 15 years old. And after he had that, so the boy accepted the job offer and he went with Pogo the clown. And after he went, that is where he disappeared. Now he was later found floating in the river. So they started an investigation, and his mom told the police that before he left, he told her that he was going for a new job and it was at Gacy's place. And also the person who was working for your pharmacy also said that alisikia Gacy offered this boy a job. So the police were interested with Gacy and they went to his house to like see what's going on, ask more questions and see around. So when the police got there, they started questioning Gacy and being pressed a lot, and like anaambia sema ukweli. That is when Gacy broke down and confessed about all these murders. And the police searched in his compound and they found that they were like not all the bodies that were found in the compound, but also kwa river, they were like 33 young teenage boys and young men. Those are the identified ones, but kulikuwa na other bodies that were also not identified. So that is when Gacy, or we can call him Pennywise the clown killer, that is when he was caught. He was arrested, and after 14 years in death row, he was killed by a lethal injection. So that is how Gacy, or the clown killer, died. Yeah, so that is the infamous story of Pennywise, or the It, or I could say It, from the It horror movie story. I hope now you know what inspired this writer to write in that horror movie, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So keep safe, and yeah, bye bye.